Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to track blurs in Fusion DaVinci Resolve. This is an incredibly useful technique when you need to blur out moving objects, faces, or license plates in your videos while keeping the blur perfectly locked to your subject. First, open your DaVinci Resolve application and make sure you have your project loaded with the clip you want to work on. Once everything is ready, navigate to the bottom of your screen and click on Fusion. This will take you to the node-based compositing workspace where all the magic happens for advanced effects and tracking. Now that you're in Fusion, locate and click on Media In on the left side of the node graph. This is your source footage node. With Media In selected, press Ctrl and Space on your keyboard simultaneously. This opens up the Tool Search menu, which is a quick way to find any effect or node in Fusion. In the search bar, type Tracker, then click on it and select Add. This creates a tracker node that will follow the movement of your chosen object throughout the clip. Next, you'll want to adjust the tracker to match the area you want to blur. Position the tracker box over the object or area you need to follow. Make sure it's accurately placed, as this will determine how well your blur stays locked to the moving subject throughout your footage. While the tracker node is still highlighted, press Ctrl and Space again to bring up the Tool Search menu. This time, search for Mosaic Blur, or you can choose any other blur type depending on the effect you're going for. Mosaic blur is great for pixelating faces or sensitive information, but feel free to experiment with Gaussian blur or other options if that better suits your project. Now it's time to add a shape node to define the area that will be blurred. For this example, we'll use an ellipse, which works perfectly for tracking faces or circular objects. Drag the ellipse node into your node graph, and then connect it to the mosaic blur node. This connection tells the blur effect exactly which area to apply the blur to, based on the shape you've created. With your shape connected, click on Inspector in the top right corner of your screen. The Inspector panel is where you'll find all the detailed controls for whatever node you have selected. Right-click on Center within the ellipse settings, then click Connect to, and select Tracker 1 from the list. This links your ellipse shape to the tracker, so it moves exactly as your tracked object moves. You can now choose what position tracking mode you want. For example, selecting Steady Axis will keep the blur steady along a specific direction, which is useful if your subject is moving in a predictable path. Adjust the width and height of the ellipse to perfectly cover the area you want to blur, making sure it fully encompasses your subject without being too large or too small. Finally, go to the Edit page and try playing your video to see the tracking in action. If the blur isn't following perfectly, you may need to go back and refine your tracker placement or adjust keyframes for more complex movements. And there you have it. You've successfully tracked a blur in Fusion DaVinci Resolve. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.